Hello. Hi, it's Twi. Hope you guys are having a good start to your week. Hope you're having a great Monday. We're back with the baking streams. It's been a long time since I've had this horribly cluttered bedroom kitchen setup. I hope you guys have been doing great. But yeah, today we're gonna make some brownies. I'm very excited about that. I just noticed how you like perfectly reflective of the keyboard of this bowl is. Keyboard revealed. No way. But yeah, today we're gonna make some brownies. I'm excited. I love brownies. We're gonna try something a little bit of a first time for me as well. I got some mint chocolate laying around still. I like to have these a lot. This is one of my favorite things to like snack on every once in a while is the Lindt brand. It's like the same company that does the Lindor chocolates. They make a really good like mint dark chocolate. So sometimes what I do when I make brownies is I would make a ganache and then pour it on top of the brownies and let that cool. And then you end up with like a brownie and then there's like a solid chocolate layer on top. It's like the same idea as icing, but it's closer to if you literally just like fuse a chocolate bar on top of a brownie. Really good. The problem with doing that, one, I don't have heavy cream right now. The other problem is that I would have to use the stovetop in my kitchen, and I don't have a stovetop in my bedroom where I can stream. So instead of that, I took the time to go ahead and preemptively melt my butter and my cocoa powder so that we can do everything other than put it in the oven in here. And then we'll try mixing it throughout, see how that goes. I got everything here. Yo, welcome Tempest if it's your first time. Hope you're having a great day. My name is Twi, your out of this world virtual idol. Although today I guess I'm 2.5 live 2.5D. I don't know. No kitchen reveal. I'm sorry, man. I live with my family and my kitchen is so small, guys. Like, I'm sure this feels cramped right now. My kitchen is low-key more cramped. Like, you don't have room. You barely have room for two people to pass each other. Like, I'm pretty sure my hallway is more spacious in the apartment than my kitchen is. I have a really small kitchen, so yeah. But also before we get properly started today, let me move this bowl out the way. Oh, I need to put it somewhere I can get it easily. Put it like here. Right the fit. I want to give a special thank you to my other VTuber friend, Ada Lira. This is her t-shirt I want to give away. Very clean. I like the shirt a lot, so thank you, Ada. Very cool, very cool. I gotta be very careful today that we don't stain this because it's a nice white t-shirt. So we gotta take an excess of caution today to make sure that we don't stain the shirt. I realized that it wasn't even like that in frame because I stood up. I had a better shot when I was sitting down. Oh, okay, it's fine. You can see it well enough when I had the ball out of the way. But yeah, I like the shirt. It's very clean. I will say something I like about this shirt is it feels like a real like graphic design sort of shirt where it's not super abrasive, you know, like a lot of VTuber merch. I love VTubers, but it'll be like, you know, a big anime girl like portfolio shot kind of. You'll have like the big anime girl face, their name in huge letters, a bunch of crazy stuff. Like, it's very loud, right? This is like a very nice, quiet, like wholesome graphic tee. It just adds like a little splash, which makes sense because Ada is a graphic designer as far as I'm aware. But I like the design a lot, so that's what we're rocking with today. Yeah, white tea for cooking is not the best idea, but surely it'll be fine. We'll just be careful. I say that, by the way. Here's my recipe sheet. It's a bit battered because it's old, but look at how stained my recipe sheet is. There's like different stains. I think one of them is chocolate or cocoa powder. One of them is sweetened condensed milk, probably, or there's a couple of those. So hopefully we'll be fine, but you know, we'll see. We'll see. So to start here, it's very, very simple, more or less. I got ahead of the game a little bit. We got right here in this pan, I have some brown butter with the cocoa butter mixed in already. So here's a pro tip: if you're ever doing baking and you like to use brown butter to if you use brown butter for your recipes and you're also making something with cocoa powder, what you can do is right as the butter is starting to brown, is you can put the cocoa powder in and toast that a little bit as well, and it'll make the chocolate flavor more intense. It's very good. So it's probably not going to be a great camera angle for a sec. You got to be patient with me, but we're going to go ahead and get that transferred into our bowl. I muted you for 5 minutes because you were spamming. Please be respectful of making it a good chat experience for anybody who pops in. Thank you, though. We're just gonna go in, get all of that chocolate butter goodness in there. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get the pan like as clean as I would have if I had done this like right after it was ready. You always gotta cool it a little bit. Here's a different pro tip that you can do is if you do make brown butter, and if you don't know what brown butter is, it's literally just when you're heating your butter up so that you can mix it in with stuff, you're waiting for the milk solids to toast a little bit. And so in order to get that like reaction to happen, you have to cook out the water from the butter. And that's going to, of course, make your butter have a little bit less water content. So you can just put a couple ice cubes in it. And then if you do that, it'll bring it down in temperature and then add the water back as well. So you get like a more concentrated flavor without giving up anything. Little pro tip. Okay, so to start today, we have sweetened condensed milk. Made a little bit of a mess already, but not on my clothes, and that's the part that matters. So we're gonna get that open. I should probably try and keep my spoon out of the way a little bit. Here, let's move that here. And you gotta whisk this as you pour it in. Sweetened condensed milk is it's an interesting ingredient. I never had used it before. This recipe is lightly tweaked, but it's a rip from another cooking YouTuber named Adam Ragusia. I used to watch his videos a lot. And so it's a really interesting recipe. He basically was looking into the food science and experimenting with how to get like a kind of papery skin on brownies. And this is kind of the recipe he came to. I don't know if I've seen another recipe that uses sweetened condensed milk, but it works really well in this. And it also uses powdered sugar, which can be a little bit more niche to carry around. It's also known as icing sugar. Because I don't, most people, you don't just be making icing at home. But icing sugar is also a really good topper for my favorite cookie recipe that I like to make. So I keep it around for that anyway. And so I actually had most of the stuff I needed to make brownies today just already on hand, which was nice. What's the best utensil I've got on me to try and get more of this out? I guess a butter knife, as scuffed as that is. I'm gonna try and get as much of this out of this can as I can get, but I'll do it. No problem, Tempest. It's 3 a.m. Hey, that's all good. I understand time zones can be like that. Hope you have a nice sleep, friend. Take care. Pretty close to a face reveal. I mean, kind of, but I think it's like I like to be able to hang out a little bit, but this is a little bit more like I get to keep my privacy this way. I've done not as a VTuber, but I've done face cam streams in the past. but I kind of came around to this corner of the internet for a multitude of reasons, but one of them is that it's kind of nice to be able to do something like this and just hang out without it having to be as, like, personally identifiable, I suppose. I get to show off the fit. I had some foresight to grab some tissues, but this is really sticky, so the tissues are not that effective. I'm probably gonna have to get up to wash my hands at some point. But for now, I'll just have sticky fingers. And a sticky whisk at that as well. Yeesh. It's okay. It'd be like that when you're baking sometimes. So anyway, now we've got this nice silky chocolate butter mixture. I'm gonna move this to the side carefully. Oh, there's like tissue that's stuck to the whisk. It's okay. The scuff is part of the fun. Yeah, we got a nice silky chocolate mix in here. Looking good, looking good. Next up, we need... Oh boy, it's time to crack the egg. Okay, let me try and make a little room. This can go just onto my bed. Yo, what's up? How's it going, JD? It did. Hello, Ada. We got this shirt. I'm trying to be really careful not to state it today. But I hope you're doing great. Welcome, welcome. I love this shirt. It's great. I like how I was talking earlier. I really like how it's kind of low key. Like, I feel like I could wear this outside at like a location that's not an anime convention and not feel like a crazy person. Because, you know, a lot of VTuber merch, like, it looks really cool, but you got like the giant anime girl with the huge like letters for their name and the Japanese writing and you know, it's like very loud. But this is like, you know, I feel like you can feel that you're a graphic designer when you look at this shirt, right? It's very low key, it's chill. I like it. Saw the thumbnail and got jump scared. I could imagine, yeah. I kind of thought about that. I was like, I wonder if Ada is gonna see the thumbnail and recognize it. Okay, moment of truth. Can I crack an egg properly? Oh, we're looking pretty decent. Oh, we're looking good. I don't think there's any shells in there. I think we're chilling. Perfect. I'm like such a coward when I do this. I'll like bring a whole extra bowl because I'd rather wash an extra dish than take the risk of cracking the egg straight in and potentially ruining everything. But we have that. We have, oh my goodness. Here, I'll just put the shell in there. Back into the bowl. Get out of here. This is so scuffed. My bedroom is so it's so cluttered every time I do this, man. My goal, something I can wear myself too. Yeah, it's really nice. I like the shirt. You've ever made brownies before? Yeah, I've made this recipe a few times. I haven't done it nearly as much as I've made cookies, but I got a little experience. I've done a couple variations. We got biggest bottle of vanilla extract I've ever seen, by the way. My mom bought me this as a gift one time because my mom, I meet up with her like once a month, so she'll always just like shower me with stuff. She'll just roll up with like a whole bag of like, it's like a blind bag, or like a blind bag, dude. Like I show up to my mom, there's just a bag of random shit that I'll get like once a month. So it's got this giant bottle of vanilla. I gotta be careful that I don't pour too much, but you know, at the same time, vanilla extract is delicious. So you go with feeling. You just put a nice big splash in there. Most things in baking it's supposed to be very scientific. You gotta measure properly. But with vanilla, just cook with feeling. Just throw it in there. No such thing as too much. I swear that every time you have to beat an egg while you're baking, by the way, is always when it gets ugly. Like, I don't know how much I can actually get the bowl into frame, but it always, like, I don't know, the yellow looks really out of place. It looks really stupid, but it always comes together in the end. You gotta trust the process. Sometimes I wonder, like, You think the first person who ever made like cookies or brownies was making it, and like midway through, it literally looks like super. Okay, to be fair, cookies and brownies, they don't look terrible, right? You know, I think the worst like batter I've ever done that looks really bad is carrot cake. Oh my god, dude. Carrot cake batter literally looks like barf midway. It looks like liquid dog food. It looks terrible. It's delicious in the end. I love carrot cake, but it looks so bad when you're in the process of making it. And sometimes I wonder, when people were first like thinking to do stuff like this, you know, you ever think midway, they're just looking at it, they're like, should I really cook this? Like, is it, should I really finish making this, dude? I mean, I guess back then, like, you can't waste anything. You're like, well, I mean, I guess I'm just eating this garbage, and you throw it in the oven. It's like, hold up, wait. Because nothing can go to waste, right? Oh my god. By the way, I have like the world's biggest bag of flour as well recently. I thought I was buying like big bags of flour before, but like, woo! Let me show you this. Let me pull this up. I had an arm workout before stream today. This might be round 2 just holding this thing, dude. 5 kilograms of all-purpose flour. All-purpose, including weightlifting. Any purpose you can think of, it works. Absolutely giant bag. But I think it was because it was like really good value, you know? It's one of those few ingredients where I would rather buy like a ginormous thing of it just for good value. Ah, I forgot to bring the thing to sift my flour. I forgot to bring the sifter into my room. Oh, all right. Well, that's going to be the first thing I have to get up to do. I got to make sure that I balance this. Flowers don't fall over. Okay, well, I guess I got to be right back because I need to pick up my flour sifter. So, keep the jeans as well. I like jeans because they make my butt look big. Anyway. I don't know why I felt the need to tell you that. Anyway, I'll be back. I'll be back in a minute. I've returned. Hello. And now I've got my flour sifter as well. The Clannad poster in the back. Yes, sir. I want you guys to know that Clannad poster is like there for good. That Clannad poster, I didn't have, you know, they have like, I don't think it's really like a type of tape, but there's like little strips that you can use to stick it to the wall and easily like take it down. I didn't know about those back when I got the Clannad poster, so it's just taped onto the wall with like an absolutely obscene amount of tape. So I remember I tried one time because I wanted to rearrange my posters. I tried to like start to peel it off and it ripped a little bit and I was like, oh, so that poster is there until it's ready to die. Like there's no way it's coming down cleanly. So that Clannad poster gonna be there for a long while. I'll have to put it in, like, I'll have to go back to the kitchen to put it in the oven, but I don't have to, like, do anything actively in the kitchen, so I can just put it in the oven, come back here for a half hour, go back out to the oven and take it out, and then, you know, like brief intermissions of, like, taking a trip to the kitchen, and then I'll be able to just chill. Other than that, in here. That's part of why I thought brownies wouldn't be too bad as well, because it's all in one batch, you know what I mean? When I make cookies, like cookies are kind of similar, but you know, I gotta chill the dough for ages, and I can only do 6 at a time, so it takes like 5 different, like, trips through baking it. But brownies, you know, you don't even gotta chill the dough. You just make it, huck it in the oven, and it's done. How long will it take to make? Once they're in the oven, like 30 minutes. And we probably only got, like, I don't know, maybe 5-10 minutes until the batter's ready. Ugh. Maybe not even. We're almost through. We got this comically large bag of flour. I think the only larger bag that we have for anything culinary related around the house is rice. I don't know. Is my rice bag bigger than 5 kilos, though? It's probably... It might be the same. They might both be 5 kilos. So I was trying to remember if it was 5 or 8. It might be 8, but I don't know. I buy giant bags of rice, too. But I mean, everybody buys giant bags of rice. Because you know you're going to eat it anyway if you're buying rice. And it's a lot cheaper that way. So you buy the giant bag of rice, and hopefully you drove, or otherwise you're going to be having a very strugglesome walk home. Trying to angle this so that it just chills. I don't want it to fall. And then we have baking powder as our leavener today, instead of the usual baking soda. So we need a teaspoon of that. I was surprised we had this around, because I don't make stuff that uses baking powder that often, but we had it around. It's not even expired, which is better than the baking soda that I use all the time. But okay, here's something to know, is that baking powder and baking soda, their best before dates are purely a suggestion. They're not bad for you to eat after the fact. It's just that they, like, can't guarantee that they will leaven as effectively as before the expiry dates. And that's why they give you the best before date that's, like, way early. But it's kind of fake, you know. You're able to use them much longer than they say you can, which is nice. Very convenient. Okay. My wooden spoon back here. Oh, but it's got like a lot of like butter residue sort of on it. I didn't think of that. Let's see, how is the tissue gonna fare for this? Oh, okay, it's actually like cleaning a decent amount. All right, we got this. We'll be alright. I was thinking like I might go and rinse it, but I think it'll be fine to just sort of like wipe it down. I mean, at the end of the day, if there's like a little bit of this like brown butter cocoa powder mix that seeps into the dough, that's not like a problem. No worries, Mom. See you around in a bit. Now it just looks like it's like a gradient. I got like a darker wood here. We're going like, I don't know, birch to spruce. That's like a decent combo if I'm thinking of like Minecraft stuff to begin with. Anyway, we just gotta fold everything together now. Whole bunch of flour, whole bunch of chocolatey goodness. A lot of recipes you'd be like whisking stuff here. But we're just gonna gently fold everything together because we don't want it to be over mixed, you know what I mean? We want it to be nice and decadent and luxurious. You know, normally I would make double the batch size here, and because it's the same amount of work, right? This is something I say a lot about dessert baking, is that you might as well make as much as you can fit in your mixing bowl comfortably, because the amount of effort to double your batch is very minuscule. But, you know, it can be like a lot of manual labor to make anything in the first place, so you might as well make a bunch and then you can share with people, or be a bigger fat ass. It's up to you. But to be fair, brownies aren't that much work. It is like part of the labor is the dishes, which, you know, brownies there's a decent amount, but in terms of actually making the batter, it's not so bad compared to some other stuff. Okay, there we go. We got a nice, beautiful chocolatey batter. Delicious. You shouldn't do that. I might get salmonella for that. It tastes good though. It tastes great. Okay. So, let me clear my workspace a little bit. Let me organize a smidge. I'm just realizing something. I remembered to add sugar, didn't I? Wait, let me rewind my VOD here. It's actually a good thing that I have my VOD, because I low-key feel like I forgot to add sugar for some reason. What? Watch me look back and I actually just straight up forgot to put the sugar in. Because I swear I actually don't remember opening it. Yo, surprisingly, by the way, that batter tasted pretty good with no sugar in it. The batter tasted fine with no sugar, but it will affect how it bakes. So I should be careful. Okay, there's the egg that goes in. There's the vanilla. There's the YouTube buffering. Very clean. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, where? So I knew I forgot the sugar, dude. What am I doing, man? Great. Okay, well, so now we're doing some more food science. We're gonna add the sugar after the batter is already mixed, and hopefully it's just gonna all incorporate in there nice and easy. You know what? This is why we do it on stream. But to be fair, I probably would have not forgotten to do that if I wasn't like mentally multitasking a bit. But it's fine. Oh, encore. It's a stream without buffer. Of course. Raw batter. I don't normally do it, honestly. Well, I say that, but actually recently I've been changing. You know what? I have been testing the batter. But like, I haven't gotten salmonella yet, so this is not health advice, but it hasn't gotten me yet, so. Well, you think I got the patience to wait like a whole, I don't know, 45 minutes, an hour? That's forever. Where is the clip to close this? I don't know. Okay. Well, we're just gonna leave that like open for now, I guess. So, this is the tricky thing about the fact that I've done this out of order, is that like I now have to either incorporate the sugar with my wooden spoon, where normally you'd be whisking, or I have to whisk the sugar in where normally you would not be doing this. This is scuffed, man. This is proper scuffed now. By the way, something you guys may have noticed today is that my hair is barely visible. There's actually a little bit of it sticking out. I didn't get everything. I'm wearing a hairnet today. Because I remember on my last baking stream, I got a comment on the VOD that was like really funny to me. They commented like him commenting, or no, yeah, him commenting for sure. They commented about my comment. No, they commented him cooking with his hair just hanging out is making me feral. And the funniest thing about that to me was I was like, okay, so this could be one of two things. This could be a normal person who's watching and they chose the word feral because, I don't know, they're worried about my hair getting in the food. Or this could be a VTuber fan using the word feral where they're like, oh my god, hair for free? For free? Ah! Because there's totally a crowd. I feel like we don't have the most feral audience around here, but at the same time, I don't know, bro. You look at like, I feel like there's certain people, especially if you look at the like corpo male people, like I don't know, Hollow Stars, Niji. I think especially from the little bit I've seen, first production or first stage as well. Bro, there are people who would see the hair and be like, I'm pregnant and it's yours. There's some crazy unhinged comments sometimes, man. Anyway, actually, you know what? For going second with the sugar, I think it mixed in pretty well. That looks good. That looks like proper batter to me. We're gonna be experimenting with one extra thing today. I mentioned at the start, but this is gonna be a first time experiment for me, so I don't know how well it's gonna work. So normally what I would sometimes do if I wanted to add like a mint chocolate flavor to my brownies is I would make a mint chocolate ganache, which is where you just melt dark chocolate with heavy cream. And then I would pour it over the finished brownies, chuck them in the fridge, and what you end up with, it's kind of like a brownie with like a chocolate bar fused on top, sort of. It's kind of like, it serves the same function as icing, but it's solid like a chocolate bar. It's really good. It's really, really good. But I don't have heavy cream, and also anything that requires my stovetop means that I can't be here chatting with you guys. So instead, what we're going to try today is we're gonna try just chopping up some chocolate and mixing it straight into the batter, you know, maybe get some like different textures going in there a little bit, get some different flavor, add some mint. I love mint chocolate, so I was like, I got it around, I'm curious, let's try it out. You guys want to know something interesting? I've made my chocolate chip cookie recipe a fair bit. I think that it might be the recipe that I have tweaked from like the original that I stole it from the most. Like I've refined my chocolate chip cookie recipe a lot. And my like secret ingredient, if you will, for making like chocolate chip cookies is this exact same mint dark chocolate bar. I use mint chocolate when I make chocolate chip cookies. I never seen anybody else do this. It was like one day I really wanted to make cookies, and I wanted to make chocolate chip cookies, and I only had mint chocolate. So I was like, it's probably not gonna work, but you know what? Let's try it out. Let's try it out, right? And as it turns out, oh boy, it works. It's great. Cause what it is that the mint, it like balances, it like cuts the richness a little bit of the chocolate. And so you get like a more balanced flavor profile in the final cookie. I highly recommend it. I think that it tastes so good. I love it, love it. Changed my life. Still not my favorite cookie recipe that I do, but it is one of my favorites easily. Why is it so hard to cut this right now? It's room temperature. This should be easy. Oh, it's because the cutting board's not sitting evenly. That's why. The Krabby Patty secret formula. Yes, exactly. Yeah, we got some nice diced chocolate. I feel like every time I try and hold something up for the camera, I'm thinking of that one like really old stream clip of Tyler 1 where he like tries to show his food in front of the camera and then it all slides off the plate. I keep waiting for something like that to happen to me, man. It feels like it's only a matter of time. We're gonna go ahead and get a bunch of that nice little dark chocolate chunks in there. Give that one last kind of fold through. Get it all mixed throughout that batter. This is looking good, man. I haven't had brownies in a minute. I'm excited. You know what? I got some vanilla ice cream in the freezer as well. It's gonna be a good afternoon, yo. I haven't even eaten lunch today. This is hardly even, this is like a step removed from my breakfast today. This is not a good decision, but you know, it doesn't matter. It's gonna be a delicious decision. It's gonna be good for the soul. So I do not care. I guess I could use the back of this chef's knife to try and clean the spoon a little bit. Get in there. Everybody into the bowl. I think we're looking good, yo. I think we're ready to get this into the tray. There's one thing I like about brownies, man. They come together fast. It's not like a whole adventure to try and make some batter. Welcome back, Jenkins. Welcome back. Oh. Okay, we got my little brownie pan here. I got some parchment paper. I also got some real scissors. So we don't have to use the little like alligator safety scissors that I got clowned for on stream one of the other days. I don't ever use those for like cutting stuff. Dead ass, like that pair of scissors, I've had it for like 10 years and I just use it as like a fidget toy in my room. Okay, here's a pro strat for anybody who doesn't bake enough with trays to know how annoying it is to get it to go evenly. Crumple up your parchment into a ball. Then unfold everything. And now place that in and you'll find that your parchment paper falls off the table. You will find that it sticks into the tray much more easily. It's a lot easier to get it in the corners. I am going to turn my camera off for a second because I need to bend over and grab that. There we go. We're gonna do a second one just to get the sides a little bit more even, because I can't get it like super square. So like this side comes up far, but this side it doesn't like come all the way up the tray. I want to just make sure that everything stays in the parchment zone. But yeah, this is a nice little hack that you can use for parchment paper. I've seen for like circular like tins, there's like a weird one you can do where it's like you kind of fold it into a cone shape and then you do a cut. And you basically like you do a bunch of folds and slits and then it ends up coming out to like a perfect like circle. And I look at that and I'm like, man, that's so complicated. Just caveman brain, just scrumple it up and then it fits. Like it fits fine, you know. Any little like imperfections and wrinkles, that's like space to develop crispiness. It's personality. It's giving flavor. It's giving originality. That's your own special sauce that you're sticking on that. Okay. So now we gotta try and get this in there. Okay. Do I want to use my left hand to hold the bowl, or do I want to use my left hand to scoop the batter? Let's do left hand to hold. Oh my goodness. It's ginormous, man. This bowl is so big. It's fine. We'll get everything. I can't like control the angle of the bowl that well because it's hard to even hold it up if I'm being honest. I might have been exercising for like the past month, but my arm's still weak, okay? I'm not buff like that. I'm trying. We're getting there. So, admittedly not very quickly because of making stuff like this, but you know, it makes me happy, so. Okay, we're gonna take a quick break. Maybe switch hands. New approach. The goal is to try and get as much of it out as we can. We're not gonna get everything because it's very viscous. Is the pot heavy or are you weak? Yes. I think, to be fair, once, like, some of the dough's out, it's not heavy, but it's more like the angle at which you have to, like, you have really bad leverage, I would say, to actually, like, get it to come out. Because gravity does not really help you at all, because it's so thick. It's like 5 C's thick. Not even just triple C. This is like quintuple C thick. So it's hard to get it out. You know, it's not a favorable angle, but we're doing our best to try and clean the bowl, get what we can, and then I'll just lick the rest clean later. No, I'm kidding. One little finger full of dough, probably fine. Licking the bowl clean, I don't know. That might be causing a little bit more health risk at that point. Okay. That's probably like good enough. Okay, get back there. So I'm gonna do my best to even this out a little bit. What do I got that I can like try and push the remainder off of this? I got my half teaspoon measurement thing. Come on, you can do it. Get off of the spoon. It's really thick. It kind of reminds me of like Nutella almost. It's like a very spreadable consistency. It might even be thicker than that, honestly. But we're just gonna go ahead and try and get that spread relatively evenly, get it in the corners. I just realized I forgot to put oil on the parchment, so this might stick. We might have to carve this out later with a knife. I'm just, you know, my brain is just really flying around today, huh? A little scatterbrain, that's okay. The important thing to note is we're making brownies. So like, even if they come out badly, it's still brownies. How could it really be truly bad? It's brownies, like they're gonna be fine. But anyway, okay. I got my oven preheated, so I'm gonna go throw this in the oven for about 30 minutes. I'll be back in like a couple minutes. I'm just gonna get up and wash my hands, put this in there. So I'll be back momentarily. One last peek at the dough. The batter. Admire it. It's gonna become beautiful. I'll be right back. You guys know what the biggest win of today is? We successfully did not get Ada's shirt dirty. It looks fine. Oh, actually, there's like the tiniest little stain here, but I'm sure it'll be fine. I also found the clip for my sugar, so we can go ahead and seal that back up. Can't believe I almost forgot to put sugar in my brownies. But you know what? It's okay. Everything got in them. Everything got in there in the end, so hopefully it'll be good. It's currently 3:45, so at 4:15. At 4:15, our brownies will be out of the oven, and then we'll probably have to give them like, I don't know, 5-10 minutes to cool down. So at like 4:30-ish for sure, we're gonna have delicious brownies. I'm really curious to see how like mixing the mint chocolate into the batter is gonna come out. I'm really excited about that because I feel like a lot of people mix like whole chocolate into the brownie batter, but I've never done that before. Lionel, how's it going? Hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing great. Yeah, now we got some time to chill. I was thinking like, oh, I should do my Uma Musume dailies, but I already did them. My champions meeting prep is going very okay. No good runs today. Also, I got so scammed, bro. I did my gacha pulls today. I had 20 of them, and I got literally 0 good cards. 0. Like, it was so bad, man. But, you know, it is what it is. Gacha giveth and gacha taketh away. On your way to another show choir thing? Oh, that sounds fun, though. 5 hours. Ooh, 5 hours is long, but, you know, hey. It's a good thing to get away from home sometimes and, you know, go out and do something. I hope you have fun. Also, did you call me a dingaling? That's crazy. Look at this ding-a-ling. That's crazy. Oh my god. No you. If I had an Uno deck in my closet, I would go in there right now and take it out just so that I could find a reverse card and bring it out. That would have been so fire, but I don't own Uno. I don't own Uno in real life. I'm like the Xbox dude. It's like, it comes with the Xbox. I have the oldest Xbox known to man. I don't have Uno. You have Uno? No. I'm trying to think what board games I even do have. I have Monopoly. Man, I haven't played Monopoly in so long. You know, my cousin has a SpongeBob version of Monopoly. I remember playing that like 5 years ago or something, but it's like all the locations are changed, so you can like buy the Krusty Krab or the Chum Bucket or like the Goo Lagoon or whatever. And I was like, that's kind of fire, honestly. The theme, I was surprised. I think there's a lot of themed Monopolies, like different Monopoly sets and stuff. I don't own one anymore, but I have that. I think I have Clue. I haven't played Clue in like, oh my god, I want to say like 15 years, low-key. It's been a long ass time since the last time I played Clue. It's been so long since I've thought about like most board games in general. I remember we did a board game stream like a year ago almost now, which was really fun actually. We should do that again sometime. I think one of my favorite board games is Catan, but nobody ever wants to play Catan, man. You need too many people. Nobody, I don't got enough people. I need to like get an IRL friend group that I can have over for like a board game night. That would be fire. What do we do? You guys want to do like karaoke or something? I don't know. I'm just trying to think of like what kind of stuff could be fun that I could just do. The very elusive web, Handcam karaoke. I don't see how Handcam has anything to do with karaoke, but I mean, I guess. Could be interesting. I got the Ada shirt. I know the instrumental is out for her song now. Imagine the live cover. No way. I remember when Ada dropped her new original, Starlight. I personally transcribed the lyrics into a Google Doc because I was like, the lyrics aren't out yet, but I want to sing it. So too bad. The lyrics are out because the song is out. I just gotta write it myself. I think it's the first time I've had to transcribe English lyrics, because I've done it for like Japanese lyrics, if it's like a really niche Vocaloid song or like Japanese song, or if it's like a Vocaloid song that just dropped so the wiki page isn't out yet. I've done that before, but I've never had to do it for like English music. That's because it's my friend's song, so it's different. The Handcam cover. Yes. I don't know, I just do some like magical hand movement. Go with it, have like a dance routine. Ooh. I want to learn how to dance, but as you guys can see, my room is like comically small. There's like no space. My bed is like right there. There's no space at all to practice dancing where I live, unfortunately. But I want to get into it though at some point, because I think it would be a lot of fun. I could do like a little. I don't know any moves, man. I don't have moves. I just kind of like shimmy around in my chair. What is that, like Death Note or something? Okay, I will be honest. I still haven't watched Death Note. I know. Oh, it's JoJo. Oh my god. Sorry, I haven't watched JoJo either. Why was I thinking that? Is there also like one of the main characters from Death Note named Kira? I feel like there is, but maybe I'm wrong. See, JoJo I think would probably be funny, but it's so many seasons, dog. It's so many seasons. I'm scared to pick it up. I'm scared to pick up long shows. I've been watching a little bit of anime again though recently. I rewatched all of Clannad and Clannad After Story, and it was so beautiful. I cried like 3 times. hit me almost just as hard as the first time. I love Clannad. It's like my favorite show ever. But aside from that, I've been watching the new season of Dr. Stone while that's airing. Final season, Science Future Part 2. Oh my god, it's so good, dude. I love Dr. Stone. I'm also, for something like a little bit more on the chill side, I've been watching as it airs, I've been watching the new season of My Dress Up Darling, which has been really cute, actually. You know what? I feel like every time that I open Twitter, there's always some like generic big meme account that's like, oh my god, dude, My Dress Up Darling is like the pinnacle of gooner anime, and they'll take like the most sus out of context clip as they possibly can. And I was just thinking, like, I don't know, I liked the first season enough. It was like pretty good, and the score on my anime list for season 2 was even higher. So I was like, it's probably good. I'll take a look. And then it's actually just like really wholesome, to be honest. Like, I mean, I don't know. It always surprises me how people will like try and look at it to get as much like engagement as they can. I'm gonna be honest with you, there are some shots that it's like, yeah, okay, they're doing it on purpose, like, of course, but like, I don't think about it. Maybe that's just me. Like, I don't know, maybe I'm just desensitized. But it feels like the story is really wholesome. They just have like a wholesome dynamic with each other. So I mean, like, I like it, you know. A lot of the time, like, it's done in such a way where I'm more worried about how it plays into the relevance of like designing the cosplay and how they're like doing all of that stuff and like the modeling work and stuff like that, than the fact that it's like, oh my god, you know, like slightly explicit changing scene, like it's like, you know, sure, there's like a 3-second like kind of baity fan service scene, but it's not like overt. It's just also like a vehicle for the fact that they're doing a cosplay show. I'm not doing a good job of selling it, but trust me, it's wholesome. Like, I don't know, like they started living together, you know, he started making food for her. Like the last episode was so cute. I guess light spoilers for A Slice of Life if you care. But it was like Gojo is making lunch for her because she would come over and eat dinner with his family and then go home. So he was making breakfast for her to eat the next day, and she went to a modeling shoot and her agent was getting mad at her because she gained weight. And what it was is that she was going home and eating the breakfast he made for her because she wanted to eat it while it was still warm. So she would eat it at night and then eat like breakfast in addition to that. And I was like, that's so wholesome. That's like a level of wholesome that I'll never experience. Probably. But it was just sweet, you know, I thought it was cute. Bunny Girl Senpai. Oh no, Bunny Girl Senpai is good. I mean, the first season was like pretty good, and then the movie was really good. If you haven't seen it, there was a really, really good movie for Bunny Girl Senpai. What was it like? What's the name of the movie for this, man? Let me go look. I got my anime list pulled up. I can check. Rascal Does Not Dream of a Dreaming Girl, instead of Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl. The movie is great. Also, I heard there's a new movie. I don't know if it's out. Is it? Where is it? Because I heard that there was like a college age, like sort of continuation of the story that came out or is coming out. I don't know which, but I thought that was really cool. Because I also feel like college age slice of life anime is so hard to come by, even though it's so goated, man. Like, can we normalize having adult characters for rom-coms and slice of lives instead of always just high schools? Like, these shows have been out long enough that your demographic is aging out of high school sometimes now, okay? There's plenty of adults that would love to see more of the office rom-coms, the college rom-coms, the, like, just two adult characters that don't even necessarily have to work together or, like, you know, go to school together or whatever. Just some excuse to have, like, more mature characters, you know what I mean? Like, Old men office worker yaoi? Nah, that would be fire though. 100% agree. But I think one of my favorite rom-coms I've ever watched, I think it came out last year. It was Yubisaki to Renren, or the English name is A Sign of Affection. It was like this really wholesome one about it was like a guy and a girl that are in college. The girl is completely deaf, and the guy, he's like a bit of a polyglot. He speaks Japanese, I think it was English, maybe German, and he learns sign language to talk to her, and they end up dating, and they're so cute, man. They were such a cute couple, man. It was so great. It was like, it's just such a feel-good watch. If you ever need like a pick-me-up show, that show is so wholesome. It will make you restore faith in humanity. It's so cute, man. I loved that one. That one was so good. Like, a lot of rom-com, you know, they kind of try and like be very samey, you know, they can be kind of trashy, whatever, because they want to make sure it sells. But that one, it was like they knew that they had their own idea and that it was heat, and they went in there and they cooked, man. They cooked. It was so good. I love that one. It's super cute. It's also short. It's like 12 episodes, so I love having stuff that I can watch in like literally one sitting. It's great. Nice office worker BL yaoi. I love Cherry Magic. The MC literally reads minds. That sounds very odd. I'm interested. Let me look. Oh, okay. See, I was like, Cherry Magic, this sounds interesting, kind of cute, you know, for a BL, you know, this sounds like pretty tame. The title is Cherry Magic, 30 Years of Virginity Can Make You a Wizard? Question mark, exclamation mark. I think I've heard of this one, actually. Now that I think about it, I think I've heard of this before. Let's read the synopsis together. Let's see. When mundane office worker Kiyoshi Adachi turns 30 years old, he discovers that he has gained the ability to read minds due simply to remaining a person his entire life. Yo, wait, am I gonna achieve this, dude? Wait, I want this power. Yo, hook me up, bro, please. The caveat, however, is that he must make physical contact with the person to know what they're thinking about. Oh, that's that's like a funny way to twist it on the fact that he's a virgin as well. That's actually that's creative. No worries, Lionel. Thank you for the rec. Have fun with your choir show. Adachi believes there's no real use for this power until he accidentally hears the thoughts of his coworker, Yuichi Kurosawa. Okay, so he accidentally finds out that this guy is crushing on him, and then they date. Okay, that's cute. That's cute. I gotta consider that for sure. Because this has to just be like such a funny written show, I feel like. Because how do you have this idea without any ounce of seriousness? This has to just be like a goofy ass rom-com, dude. There's no way. I'm kind of curious, you know, I haven't watched that much like BL stuff in general. And it's not like out of aversion to it. There's so much less of it, and I don't intentionally like seek out BL specifically. But I feel like the stuff that I have seen for BL has been pretty good. Like I loved Gibbon. I don't know if you guys have seen Gibbon. Great music, great story, great characters. I loved that, honestly. I also remember I watched a different BL music anime. I don't know what it is with BL and music, but I watched Kids on the Slope, and that one was kind of just like Given if it was worse. It was like Given if it was overall a bit worse, and then the ending was not at all, like, not even remotely close to being as good. Because it was rushed. I feel like it must have been cut short, but it was still good though. Like, I enjoyed the watch. it was interesting because it was a bit of a different kind of music perspective. You know, a lot of the time when you're watching like music anime, I feel like normally it'll be a band or like just a singer or even like, I don't know, maybe a rapper or something. To be fair, there's not much rap. Maybe like, I don't know, Hypnosis Mic or something, but I haven't seen it. But this one, I'm trying to find where it was. Where is Kids on the Slope, man? Because I can't remember the Japanese name, so I'm trying to look for the picture as I'm scrolling through my list. But I think it was more of like a jazz band almost, if memory serves. Sakamichi no Aporon. Yeah, here it is. Kids on the Slope. It has a really high rating though, actually. 8.29. That's higher than I would have guessed. But yeah, it was for jazz music. So, you know, they had like a pianist, you know, everything happens in a record shop. Like it was a very different vibe from most of the music anime that I think I've seen. You know, it had a little bit more of an old school kind of vibe to it. It's not that old of an anime though. It's 2012. But yeah, no, Kids on the Slope was like pretty good too though. I liked Given better, but if you need more VL stuff, from what I remember, that one was solid. I'm trying to think if there's any other ones that I've actually watched. I know a lot of people have said, I think the two that I've heard the most about that I haven't watched are Banana Fish and Link Click, but I also feel like I've heard that those are really sad. Also, Link Click is like really long now, isn't it? I feel like there's like a good few seasons going. I don't know. Maybe one of these days I'll get onto the doomed yaoi train. Well, I don't know. I don't usually gravitate towards like doomed romance shows. I feel like I have more of an aptitude for like the very whimsical, like fluffy ones where it's just wholesome. But it could be interesting. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like a lot of the time I'll have a friend that I'll like make a deal with, or they'll talk me into it or whatever. I'll finally pick up the like really dramatic shows and I'll end up liking them. But if I don't have like an outlet where I know that I'm gonna like vent it off to somebody and talk with them about the show, if I don't have like a space that I know I can decompress from watching the really dramatic shows, I almost never like go out of my way and pick them. I feel like I have the same thing with shonen anime. Like sometimes I'll enjoy shonen, but I almost never go out of my way and start it without like a friend getting me onto it specifically. Because, okay, well, for one, they tend to be long, but the other thing is like, I don't know, everybody's dying and shit. Like it could be, you know, there's a lot of like high intensity to it. Whereas I don't always go to shows for that. I feel like sometimes it's good, but I don't always seek it out, I suppose. I do like it sometimes though. I know Demon Slayer did it get the first of its like 3 ending movies or whatever out now, or is it just announced? I don't know, but I know they announced something about Demon Slayer recently, and I gotta check what that is because I'm caught up on the anime for Demon Slayer right now, and I remember it was getting pretty good, so I gotta see. Oh wait, shit, I forgot Yofukashi no Uda season 2 is out. I gotta watch this. Oh my god, it's almost like finished airing at this point. It's like a month left. I definitely gotta catch that up one of these nights because I really liked season 1. I don't know if any of you guys have seen Call of the Night, but Call of the Night is how I found out about Creepy Nuts before they did the Mashal opening and the Dandadan one as well. Before Bling Bang Reborn and Otonoke, they did the soundtrack for Call of the Night, and it was really good. I'm trying to remember. I think they might have actually named the anime Call of the Night or Yofukashi no Uda because they wanted to use, I think it was existing music from Creepy Nuts. I think Yofukashi no Uda, like the song and like the EP they did for that, might have been like older than definitely the anime. I'm not sure about the manga. But anyway, great EP, by the way. I love that EP. There's some great songs on there. Creepy Nuts just so good. One of my favorite artists to come out of the scene in the past few years, really. So I gotta check it out. I haven't even listened to the new song that they did for the opening, but I kept seeing them posting about it. I just kept forgetting. Read the manga? Oh, is the manga really good? To be honest, I'm not usually much of a manga reader. I think the only like longer manga that I've read was Hell's Paradise, because I was watching it with a friend from my old job while it was airing, I remember. And then she started reading it because she didn't want to wait for the anime to be over. And I'm like, man, I don't want to get left behind. So I also read the manga. I also binge read the manga for Hell's Paradise. I think the only other manga that I've read, I read a couple really short ones. Like there's this one really good one called I Sold My Life for 10,000 yen per year. It's like super short. It's 18 chapters. You can read it in like an hour straight up. But I like that one. That was a good one that I remember. I'm trying to see what else is happening this season for anime. I'm looking at the seasonals. Always surprises me how many like trashy isekais there are every season, man. Because I don't go out of my way to look for those. But like, wow, there are a lot of them every time I check seasonals, dude. Same thing for Demon Slayer. Got me into reading manga. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Fragrant Flower. Oh, I've heard about this one a little bit. Yeah. Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity. Wow, 8.73. This is high. Isn't it? Okay, romance drama. Yeah, this is really well rated, and it's not even finished yet. Oh, man. Let me see. Despite being adjacent to one another, Chidori Public High School and the all-girls Kikyo Private Academy seem to exist in two different worlds. Oh, okay, okay. It's going to be one of these. It's going to be one of these. Wait, this is cute. Okay, it is like high school age, but that's fine. That's fine. Oh, okay. You have like the delinquent, the outwardly delinquent, but secretly kind of soft guy. Cute girl. Oh, but I guess because it's an all-girls student. It's not tropey and feels realistic. That's what I like. That's why I really liked A Sign of Affection I was talking about earlier. Yusakito Rennen. I really liked that one because it felt really real. Like there's one rom-com I'm remembering that I think was not the like best rated. It was like 7 point something. But I liked it. It was called, I think, Tonari no Ginga or something like that, like the galaxy next door. And I think a lot of people kind of dunked on it as like a self-insert manga into anime because it was like a manga writer guy who got like an assistant girl and then they ended up dating and having a family. And it's like, okay, you can look at that, and if you want to find a reason to not enjoy it, you can be like, this is some self-insert garbage, blah, blah, blah. But at the same time, like, it was a rom-com anime about two mature adults having like a job that they're passionate about and having a family, and that shit was wholesome. Like, I think so many people just be hating to hate sometimes, and it's like, if you're just like trying to take the story at face value, a lot of the time it can be like really cute, you know what I mean? So for like more realistic type stuff, I definitely like that. So I'll have to make sure that I watch this. Let me put this. I never use the plan to watch feature, but I'm gonna use it today. Plan to watch. Let me get that in there. Is there anything else cool happening this season that I'm interested in? Let me take a look. I see that there's Dandadan season 2, but I haven't even watched season 1 for that. I don't know if I would. I mean, I'd probably like it because it's good. Rent a Girlfriend is on season 4. People are still watching this, man. Oh no. Oh no. Y'all are better than that. Come on. Man, I watched the first season of that and I was like, I'm good, bro. I'm good. I didn't even have to think twice about not continuing that series. I think I'm pretty sure it's rated in my bottom 3 on my anime list. I'm saying 4 seasons. How do you do like 60 episodes? How do you do like 50 episodes of Rent a Girlfriend, bro? How are they still going? Who is watching this, man? I mean, it might be one of those situations where it's like so bad that it's kind of good. I don't know. I haven't finished it, but I remember last season I watched the first season of the 100 Girlfriends That Really Love You. And because literally I was looking through the seasonals, I remember, with my friend, and I was like, nah, 100 Girlfriends? This is gonna be so garbage. That's like the cheesiest thing I've ever seen. They took the harem trope and played it up to 1 billion. And I swear, normally, I think harems normally tend to suck as well. Because, like, you can't develop any one relationship that well because you have to develop so many different characters. And, like, it's like at the end, you either get the everybody ending, which is not satisfying, or you get one character ending where it's like, maybe you're happy with it, but you're still curious like what the other routes could have been. Maybe you're like sad because the character you thought they should have got with didn't get with them in the end, yada yada, right? But that one, I'm not gonna lie, it was really funny. Like, I watched the first season, I watched a bit of the second season. I think it's finished airing now, but I haven't like caught up on it. It's surprisingly funny. It is one of those ones where it's so bad that it's actually good, because it's like they know what they're doing. It's meta. It's meta, basically, right? Like, it's well written. It's a good comedy. Don't go to it looking for good romance, but for comedy, it's funny. Like, you know, I was surprised. It was sort of like, I went into it like, this is gonna be so ass, dude. And then it was like, wait, that episode was kind of funny, though. Like, I kind of want to watch the next one. And I kind of want to watch the next one. And then after a couple of days, we binged the whole thing. What else is here? What is this? Why is there censorship on the name of this? And it's rated a 6. Is this an adult? What is this? Watari-kun no XX ga hokai sunzen. Watari-kun's is about to collapse. Huh? Huh? Yeah, I can see why that's got a 6.3 average. I can believe that. Okay. There was one show that did a harem, and they had an individual ending for every girl, like an alt timeline, might have been a VN. Stuff like that is really cool. Clannad kind of did that. They have like After Story, which is like the really fleshed out thing for Nagisa as like the main girl. But they had like a couple OVAs for a couple of the other girls, and I know in the VN you can take like all the routes as far as I'm aware. I haven't played it. I have a friend who's like even more into Clannad than me by like a good margin, and he's going through the VN slowly. Although I think he's been playing Umineko Project more recently, so I don't know how much he's been playing it. But I think stuff like that is always cool when they do that. Also, brownies are done, so I'm going to... I forgot this is a baking stream. I'm going to be right back. I'm going to go and take them out of the oven, and then we'll have to wait like 10 minutes for it to cool, and then we're going to have brownies. So, yippee! I'll be right back. I lied. They need an extra 5 minutes, I'm gonna say, because I went and I looked in there and I touched the pan and it jiggled. it was jiggling, and I was like, that doesn't seem finished to me. I'm gonna give it a little bit longer to see if it comes out maybe a little bit more structurally intact. Hopefully it's not like something wrong with how because you know I forgot to put the sugar in until the very end. I'm hoping that it didn't go wrong. The raw slurry is crazy. Finished Fate Stay Night VN, so I have to move into Steins Gate. Ooh, nice, nice. My friends have been pestering me to watch Steins Gate. I do want to watch Steins Gate. I haven't gotten around to it, but because I know it'll be good. I just also know it'll be a lot. I just finished my rewatch of Clannad and Clannad After Story, and that was a nice one to get me crying for the first time in a little while. So I need a little bit of a detox period from anything that's too much drama, and then I'll continue. Anything else looking cool here? I did not expect to just be having like a little anime club moment today, but this is fun. What is this one? See you tomorrow at the food court. 7.54. Is this Yuri? Slice of life. Wait. To their classmates, Wada is a quiet rich girl while Yamamoto is an intimidating lone wolf. But what they don't know is that Wada is a mobile game addict in a passionate love-hate relationship with a 2D character. Yo, they got an anime about a girl playing Love in Deep Space, bro. Ain't no way. Yamamoto has a penchant for urban legends with eyes only for her favorite YouTuber. Oh no, they got the two parasocial viewers in both different genres. Wait, that's so funny. I saw the two of them and I was like, oh, this must be like some girls love anime or something. But no, it's just two dorks being parasocial together. Wait, that's kind of hype. I'm not gonna lie. And the fact that with that concept, it's a 7.5 means the writing's probably not even that bad. That means the writing is actually probably kind of funny. That's interesting, man. I wouldn't have guessed that, but that's really interesting. What a concept, dude. That is a modernist concept. That must have been written in the past few years. That's fire, man. What the fuck is this? There's a 6.15 rated one called Turkey. And I was like, this must be bowling. And it is. It's like, it looks so epic. There's like a bunch of fire around like a crowd of people for a bowling anime. It's got a 6, bro. They tried it. Also, side note, I hate when anime do this. The anime's Japanese name is just Turkey, and the English name is Turkey Time to Strike. Like, the Japanese name is already English. Why did you feel the need to add Time to Strike? Like, what could you possibly be gaining? You're not, like, doing a translation. It's called Turkey. Like, I don't know why people do that sometimes. It always throws me off. Kunesa, hello, ohayo. Okay, it's been 5 minutes. Let me grab the brownies again, and hopefully this time it's not jiggly. Hopefully the brownies don't jiggle this time. I'm gonna be right back. I'm back. There's a little jigglage to it, but not much. Look at that. Look at that. That's not bad, yo. That looks like it's gonna be good. You gotta wait for it to cool a little bit. But that's looking tasty. I'm excited to dig into that. Like I said earlier, I got some ice cream in the freezer, so I can have that. I feel like I haven't ever had brownies with ice cream except for at restaurants. I feel like every time, I very rarely get dessert at restaurants because it's too expensive. But if you ever do, They like always serve it with ice cream for whatever reason. I mean, it's good. My like broke boy like guilty pleasure like treat version of that is I'll get Eggo waffles. They have these like thicker ones where it's supposed to be like a Belgian waffle and it's got brown sugar as well. So there's like the brown sugar flavor. And I'll just, you pop those in the toaster and then you have that with the ice cream so that it like melts it a little bit as you eat it. A lot of snaps for me. Good. I recommend that. Very, very low effort, nice like combo dessert. It's also very bad for you. Very bad for you, but you know what? Sometimes you just gotta not worry about it. Sometimes it's just nice to have it be very tasty. The worst things are the tastiest. It's true. It's true. I mean, to be fair, there is some stuff where it's like, I'll just enjoy it because I feel good having eaten it regularly. So like, I don't know. One of those things for me is like, I have banana like almost every morning, or like I have rice almost every day, like just on the side, just some plain rice with whatever I'm eating. And when you eat those, it's like, it's not like the food itself is doing anything crazy, but you just feel like your body feels right after you eat it. You know what I mean? It just feels good. Like you did something good for yourself. It's like the food equivalent of drinking water. Maybe when you drink water, it won't give you the same hit as like, I don't know, like having juice or soda or I don't know, like whatever nice tasting drink you might have, but it'll like refresh you. You know what I mean? It's like a different kind of aspect, I suppose. But I love dessert. Let me tell you, I've been trying to exercise recently. I've been exercising regularly for like the past month, which is insane for me because I don't even think that I exercised for like a week straight before that. I don't think I ever had a fitness arc before that, to be completely honest. But I haven't like put on much visibly, and part of it is probably because I'm still eating like desserts and shit like that. Like I'm not out here optimizing my protein macros and calorie counting what I'm eating. I'm like, man, I'm just gonna move the weight and then I'm just gonna eat food, and whatever happens happens. As long as I'm not fat, it's fine. Oh yeah, watermelon can definitely be one of those because like you said, it's mostly water. But watermelon's nice too though, like because it's still sweet, it's refreshing. Great. Best part about going to gym is that you eat so much more when you bulk. I guess that could be kind of fun. I haven't tried to like do anything like bulking and then cutting or whatever like that, because I'm not too worried about my physique, at least for the time being. Like most of the interest for me was like, I just want to be like a little bit stronger. I want my body to feel more like I'm a young adult and not like I'm pushing 30 or something. Because I just sit around all day, I don't do anything a lot of the time. So if I don't go out of my way to exercise, then sometimes maybe like my wrists and like somewhat my forearms might be kind of strong if I'm like rhythm gaming a lot. But I haven't even been doing that as much recently. And outside of that, everything is weak. So like, I was like, it would be nice if I could actually like be able to like go and play sports or something and not feel so tired, or like just move stuff around, join the gym call. I'm easing my way in. Let me ease my way in. Because when I first sort of like danced with the idea of getting into working out, it was like, okay, so I'm gonna go to the gym and I'm gonna do the squat, bench, deadlift sort of like basic routine. I had like a set of exercises I was supposed to do that my friend put me on, and he was like, okay, here are some foods that you can use to get your protein macros in. You want to try and get like 100 grams of protein a day at least. And I'm like, 100 grams, that's a lot. But he was like going through everything, and I was excited. I was gonna try it out, and I went to the only gym that's in my area, and it was gonna be $40 a month, but also double that for the first and last month of the year. So it'd be $80 in 1 month to try going to the gym. And I was like, I'm gonna be honest with you, dog, I'm not even employed. Like, I can't afford that. I cannot. There's just no way. There's no way. They wouldn't even, like, you know, I didn't realize about the doubling thing. I'm saying, like, it was really predatory. I've never seen anything like that. I've never heard of anybody experiencing something like that trying to go to the gym. So I was surprised. I was taken aback, you know. But before I even knew about the doubling thing, it was like 40. I was like, whoa, that's a lot. That's before tax too. But I was gonna be like, you know, can I like go in and like try it out for a little bit, and then, you know, like I'll buy a membership. And they were like, no, you gotta buy a membership to even like look at anything. And I'm like, well, damn. Like, basically, you know, I sat there and I was like, sorry, I think I need a little bit of time to think about it. And they're like, okay. And so I walked out, and I never went back. Turn around, no second thoughts. If a gym could have red flags, oh my goodness, man, they would be all over the place. Yeah, no, there were a lot. It was tough, but the sad thing is, if I went to a different gym from that one, it would cost me like pretty similarly, I think, because I would have to take transit to and from. I don't have a car, or well, I don't drive, I should say. So I would like maybe save a bit on the monthly fees, but it would all be back and more on transiting fees. So what I started doing instead is we have a workout machine at my place that my dad used to use and has started using again a little bit. But it's basically, I don't know how to like perfectly describe it, but there's kind of like a board, sort of like a oval shaped kind of like just like a pad sort of that you can lay down on, or you can sit on it. And then it's attached to a pulley system on an incline. So you've got some like handles on the side. And so you can like sit on it, and you can like do rows, or you can like do curls. And because you're sitting on the board and it's using the pulley, it'll like have your body weight plus whatever the incline that you're using is. So you can do that, or you can turn around, you can do like pushing motions, like push-ups, or like you can sort of emulate like an overhead ish when you're doing like upwardly, or you can do like your lats and stuff. You can lay down and like do ab stuff by pulling over, or like more lats around. It's got options, you know. It's really not bad for like for a way to just kind of get like an upper body workout from home. So I just, every like 2 days, I'll just go on there for like 15 minutes, just get some movement around with my arms. And so far it's been feeling good, you know. I don't think that I've particularly like gained anything. I do legs sometimes too. Yeah. You know, when I started, actually, I was like, I care the most about legs. And the reason is, like, one of the reasons that I want to get fit, even though I don't think this will happen anytime soon, is that I want to be able to do like a concert performance with a 3D where I can actually be like moving around and dancing and whatnot. And so, you know, I need my legs to be in good shape. I need to do more cardio than I'm honestly doing, on top of everything. But it's a little bit like less convenient in some ways to work legs. But I do some stuff, you know, like I do some squats, I do some lunges, we got my dad has like a big 20-pound weight thing, because he does rucking, where he'll have like a backpack and you put a weight in it and you go for a walk with like the extra weight. And so sometimes I'll use that to like make my squats heavier and stuff like that. I do a little bit of stuff. I'm working on it. Hey, no worries, Loon. It was really nice having you here. Thank you. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Have a great Monday. How is this? This pan is still hot, but it's like a little bit cooler. Brownie seems a bit more structurally integral at this point. So maybe I'll grab Maybe I'll grab some better stuff. Let me show you guys. This is something I was talking about earlier. If you look at it, there's like it didn't develop super strongly here, but there's a little bit of like a skin to the top of the brownie. It's kind of like glossy almost because of the using the confectionery sugar. It's really cool. I'm going to be right back again. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab us a bigger cutting board, and then I'll grab like a plate and stuff as well, and we can try it out. So I'll be right back. One last time. One last time. Stabbing knife. I'm back. I brought ice cream. Look at the Haagen-Dazs. All right. Who's ready for some brownies? Yippee! Make sure to claim your pieces nice and early, otherwise I'm gonna steal it. I'm gonna eat everything. Okay, so I forgot to put anything to prevent this from sticking to the parchment, so we're gonna hope for the best here, that the parchment itself served as a good enough kind of barrier, and that nothing sticks too badly. Be careful, it's still a bit hot. Make a little more space for myself to do this. Yeah, I think you just kind of peel back the parchment. Look at those crispy edges. You guys more of an edge piece person, or a or more of a centerpiece enjoyer? I remember I had this conversation with Shiny. That's good. Wow, that's good. Okay, so we'll go into 9 maybe. This pan is in the way. Let me put my oven mitts on so I can actually grab this. Any? That's the correct answer. That's true. Any brownie is good brownie. Okay, I'm gonna stand up really quick. I can't. My oven hands are too fat. I can't grab the thing. There. Now we have space. How about you? I think it depends. I also would answer any, because I think they're like just good in different ways. Like it just depends on the mood, you know what I mean? It depends on the vibe. If I had to choose, I think maybe I would have like a slight preference towards like center, but at the same time, whatever's most convenient. So like I'm gonna eat edge because it's on the outside. Okay. Probably should have waited a little bit longer for that to cool, but it's fine. You can see the kind of like papery like skin that I was talking about a little bit from using the icing sugar a little bit more easily once it's actually cut. Let me plate one of these pieces, and then it'll be easier to see. So So we got, I'm trying to make sure nothing falls. Let's serve it up. Get under there. Ah, come on, no sticking. There we go. Beautiful. Take a look at that. Look at that, delicious. Serve it up. Got some ice cream here, some vanilla ice cream. Get a nice big thing of that on top. Woo. That's gonna be heat. That's gonna be nice. For the like sake of the picture, I should have put that in the middle instead of just like on the edge, but it's easier to eat it this way. So I'm gonna go in with a spoon, be real proper since I bothered to put ice cream. Let's give it a, oh, this one's got some melted chocolate in it too. Perfect. Yeah, that's good. I like the mint chocolate mixed into it as well. That's really nice. It's like another one of those things. I feel like it works for every baked dessert I've ever done. You put a little mint chocolate, it like cuts the richness a little bit, which I mean makes sense with how stupidly decadent brownies tend to be. It's like just fudge almost at that point, you know, right? So that's really good. That's so nice. I like the like little meltiness of having it in the middle too. If anything, maybe I cut the chocolate too fine. Maybe it would have been nice to have like bigger melty pieces in the middle. But wow, that's really good. Man, it's been too long since I've made brownies. That's so nice. That's really good. That's really, really good. I'm happy with how that came out. I'm glad that I decided to come and do this on stream. It was a nice excuse to come and talk with you guys. I'm also glad that the shirt came out pretty much unscathed, I think. My jacket came out pretty unscathed, too. This is like one of my favorite jackets, yo. I really like this jacket. I don't know why I came fitted out when we were just here to make some brownies today, but either way, I had a lot of fun. I will make sure to put your piece aside here, Encore. If anybody else, if you would like to reserve your brownie piece, leave your order in the comments on the VOD. If it's still there, I'll give it to you, but unless you comment like frame 1, it's gonna be gone. I'm gonna absorb it. It's like one of the, you're gonna be like Kirby, just whoop, suck everything in as soon as this is over. Anyway, thank you guys for hanging out with me. I had a lot of fun. Tomorrow I am going to see some family, so I won't be there, but I'll probably be back Wednesday or Thursday. So I will see you later this week. Have a wonderful rest of your Monday. Have a great Tuesday, and I will see you later. Bye. Take care, everybody. Bye. Now I gotta clean my bedroom. Fuck. I literally was having so much fun, I forgot that now I have the mess of having baked in my bedroom. Anyway, I'm gonna go enjoy my brownies. Have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.